Good afternoon, students. I'm Sohail Lone, and we are going to talk about the mental plumes and hotspots. We'll try to understand their characteristics and how these hotspots are using to track the past volcanism. This is very important in understanding the intrapolate volcanism and deep earth dynamics. So, as you know, the internal heat, the Earth's heat, is driven by the volcanism and tectonic activities. The volcanism, which is associated with the divergent plate margins and convergent plate margins. So these are very important for driving the plates. These are very important for the movement of the plates. In geology, we call those plates, and in other subjects, if we talk about the geography, we say these are continents. So those plates are very important, and they are moving. So how they are moving? Because they are driven by some internal heat, which is called volcanism. So as you know, volcanism जो होता है, we can have two types of volcanisms. One volcanism is called interpolate volcanism. So the volcanism which is taking place between the two plates. So if we have at some place we have two plates, so they strike or they go away from each other. One striking जिसको हम बोलते हैं convergent plate margins, and one going away from each other, which is called the divergent plate margins. So at both the localities, both the locations, there is a possibility of volcanism. So that is called interplate. So another important volcanism which is associated within the plate. So another type of volcanism which takes place within one plate, intraplate volcanism. So that type of volcanism is called mantle plume. And if it is under the surface, then it is called mantle plume. But when it reaches the Earth's surface, it becomes a hotspot. Okay, so it becomes the location on the surface of the Earth. So we can go there, we can see that this is a hotspot. So mean it is directly coming out the through within a plate. So एक ही plate से बाहर आ रहा है. And this is the key, important feature of this mantle plume, that it takes place within the intrapalate. So means एक ही plate से. So ये ऐसा प्लेस नहीं है जहाँ पे दो प्लेट्स आकर के मीट करेंगे या कन्वर्जेंट हो या डाइवर्जेंट. इट इज द प्लेस जो मैग्नेट जहाँ पे मैग्नेटिज्म विद इन द प्लेट होता है. So it provides us, as it is very important, it provides us insights into the mental dynamics and tectonic processes. So this is very important with respect to the mental dynamics and interpolate features. So they provide us insights into mental dynamics. So this is very important to study the hotspots, and this hotspot study helps us in understanding the palate motion and convection. So convection means that is very important for the movement of plates. So convection currents जिसको हम बोलते हैं. So it is coming up, going back. So at one place, at divergent plate margins, the magma is coming out, and at convergent plate margins, so the plates are again used or destructed. So it comes in a convected motion. So that is why it is called convection. So now the question comes, what are mental plumes? So when we try to define these mental plumes जो हैं, these are the columns. So these are like a column, these are like a beam of unusually hot rock rising from the deep within the Earth's mantle. So coming from the Earth's mantle. So it is actually the magma which is coming from the core mantle boundary. It is not the magma which is coming from the asthenosphere upper mantle. It is actually the magma which is coming from the core mantle boundary, because its characteristics are completely different from the magma which is coming from the asthenosphere. So hotspots जो हैं, these are the surface expressions, as I told you. These when it reaches the Earth's surface, it becomes an expression. So तब भी mental plume नहीं रहता है, then it becomes a hotspot, and it actually becomes the manifestation of this mental plume on the Earth's surface. And we have some common, some famous mental plumes, like we have Hawaiian Islands, or we have Iceland. So these are some of the most famous areas for the mental plume activity. So uh, hotspot tracks जो हैं, these are actually the chain of volcanoes formed. So where it is actually we have a mental plume here, and then palette moves. So at once the magmatic activity will take place at over here, but with time, this plate will move. So next time, the magmatic activity will take place over here. So it will move. So it results in the formation of a chain. So you will get one hot spot over here, another hot spot over here, another hot spot over here. So it results in the formation of chain. So that is called when we try to understand the characteristics. So it becomes the hotspot track. So knowing it becomes a chain and it results in the form, it forms because of the movement of the tectonic plates, and it suggests us that tectonic plates are in motion, but these hotspots, these mantle plumes are always stationary at one place. But our plates are moving. These plates results in the formation of hot spots, and it becomes a chain. So we can track that chain. So at once it was here, and at another time it was here. So the first one would be the older, and the last one will be the a younger hotspot. So these are very narrow. These are buoyant columns of hot mantle rock. So it will not be having a huge area. It will not be up to kilometers. So it can be within meters, few meters. So as I told you, it originates from the core mantle boundary at a depth of about 2,900 kilometers from the surface of Earth. So these are actually drawn by the thermal instabilities. Means if some instability at core mantle boundary takes place, it will result in the formation of the magma, and that magma rises towards the surface. This results in the partial melting of the magma generation. So one, it is coming from the core to boundary, and second is when it comes through the forced rock, it also results in the partial melting of that rock through which it is coming out, and it is very important. It transfers the heat from the deep earth to the surface.